Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Walking tunnels at Bristol.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the Extreme Forces Racing League Transcendent Designs Xfinity Series. Welcome from Kansas Speedway. I'm Agent Capola up in the broadcast booth, and with me is the other half of J&J Security, TJ Barnier.
What's going on, AJ?
Not much, pal, not much. Just getting off of a really long night of broadcasting right now. You and I just recorded episode 4 of our wonderful wrestling podcast, Wrestling with Nerds, that launches every Friday. But now it's racing time, dude. What are you looking forward to tonight?
I mean, this is like the epitome of Larson Line racetracks. I expect cars right along the wall, right up at the wall, basically putting the thing in it but not touching it, and that's where the speed and the top line is going to be, and slide jobs hopefully to be aplenty.
Yeah, I'm really expecting this to see those slide jobs so we can hear you do that wonderful Dale Jr. impression. But right now, on top of the board, it's Ben Morrow with a 30.81. In second, it's Dean Demmer with a 30.84. Vern Hawkins in third at a 30.86. Now, it looks like everybody's really trying to run that extreme outside the Larson line. And by doing that, you're really putting yourself in a risk of tagging the wall, scraping the wall, and riding the wall. TJ, last night in your league race, we were at Homestead, but it's the same concept, being so close to that wall. How difficult is it to keep it up there and keep it off that wall?
Well, the one nice thing about it is if you are right on it and you say you screw up, there was another word I could have used on the podcast I can't use. It kind of cushions itself. It cushions the blow if you're right along it. But if you're like half a lane to a lane down off that thing and the nose is going to step out, we will see it tonight. Somebody is going to step out. The car is going to step out and they are going to go right up into that thing. And it hurts. It is going to hurt the car. It's going to hurt you. If you're in VR, you're probably going to get jerked. It's not a fun thing to do. And it's real easy to do. So the benefit to being right next to it is it's not going to hurt as much. But at the same time, if somebody on the bottom loses it or below you, oh boy, look out.
Look out indeed. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on this Monday night. You're watching All-Star 15 TV. If you haven't yet, if you're on Facebook, like and follow the channel. Hit that like button on the video. We appreciate it. You'll get a nice LA night. Yeah. Thank you with that as well. And same thing with YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button.
This is the biggest tongue twister of a series, a race name for this series. It's Transcendent Designs Xfinity Series. Transcendent Designs 180 at Kansas.
Yeah, well, thank you, Drew, for sponsoring today's race, and hopefully you guys put on one hell of a show.
I'm sure they would love to put their 4 team cars 1 through 4, but we will see what happens.
Dylan Dunford out of 4 to the line. Right now, he's going to be the only car with a time. P1, a 31.02. Vern Hawkins with a 31.05. And Ben Morrow with a 31.28. Joshua Bally goes to third with a 31.11.
Almost cracked a 30. We
Here's
saw
Ben
it in
Park
practice.
as he crosses the line.
We saw the 30
fifth.
cracked in practice, Jay. I don't know if we're going to see it in qualifying. So far, no. Is that answer.
See if Mick puts down a good lap. He's going to go P6 for right now. Dunford improves to a 31 flat. Dean Demmer with a 31.05.
He did not get to the 30 like we thought.
Ryan Fry for his first lap crosses the line. P7. Dean Demmer through 3 and 4. We were talking to Dean earlier. He is very nervous about that top line. Does he improve? He will, a 30.97.
First driver and only right now to crack that 30-second mark.
Drew Trader
31-second mark.
is going to park it after the first lap, while the number 1 of Farron Elon with the One Main Financial.
I want to look at this 92 car. This thing, Oh, it's a remembrance car. I wish I could zoom in on the hood.
You can hit Control F12 and use that.
Well, yeah, and then I break it and I no longer can use this beautiful.
Drew Trader, does he improve? That's Farron Elon. I lied. He's going to stay in 5th.
If we get a chance tonight, AJ, there's 4 people on the hood of the Dustin Carroll car. It says "Always in my heart," and I just can't see their name. But it looks like a really cool paint.
I can't see him perfectly either.
It's a really cool tribute car.
There's Randy Howell hitting that backstretch in the number 8 Chevy Camaro. Looks like he's running just about a lane off in the center. Creeps it back up on exit, cuts it to the apron to cross the line. Does that 8 improve? He does not. He's going to stick in 8th place. 9 of Daniel Park. His first lap on the board goes P16. All right. Well, he's going to have a lot of work to do to improve on that. Mick Olofsson has liked the stream, and there's that LA Knight.
LA.
And let's see, does Daniel Park improve off of that? One position to P15. Don't think Adam Capps is going to be able to get a lap in. Qualifying is over in 2, 1. Done. Hey, what's going on, Justin Hayes? Justin, thanks for tuning in, buddy. For everybody wondering, that's eNerdtainment in the YouTube chat. Go follow his wonderful channel. I happen to run a show with him on there called Two Nerds One Podcast, and he's got some awesome horror content. Go check it out. He also made the new Nerds open. But TJ, let's run down the starting lineup for the Transcendent Designs 180 from Kansas Speedway. On pole, the 41 of Dean Demmer. Starting second, it's Dylan Dunford. Third, it's Paul Irving. In fourth, it's Vern Hawkins. In fifth, you got Joshua Bally. Sixth, you have Farron Elam. Seventh, you have the number 56 of Nick Trader. Eighth, it's the number 8 Chevy of Randy Howe. Ninth, it's the 25 of Drew Trader. And 10th, it's the 92 of Dustin Carroll. TJ, take us the rest of the way.
11th place, Ben Morrow. 12th place, Ben Park. 13th place in the 4-car, Matt Cochran. Jesse Adams in the 55 in 14th. Daniel Park, last week's winner, in 15th. Josh Fox returning in the 23 in the position. Ryan Fry had another one of those, hey, he's here moments. In 17th, Mick Olofsson in 18th. Michael Steele not taking a lap, going to come from 19th. Dean Qualley not taking a lap in 20th. Adam Capps not taking a lap, 21st. Austin Green, 22nd, not taking a lap. And Bobby Green not taking a lap, 23rd.
And that is the starting lineup here from Kansas Speedway. TJ, what are you expecting, and what driver are you going to take a look at?
You know, that 7 car, I'm going to go devil's advocate on this one. Until somebody can beat him where he doesn't get wrecked, I'm going with that 7 car.
Yeah, myself, somebody who's been really good the last couple weeks, haven't had the finish that I'm pretty sure he's wanted. I'm going to take the 94 of Dylan Dunford. You know, he's been very strong as of late, but not being able to close out the races like you would want to. He's starting P2 tonight, so keep an eye out on that 94. But Mr. Owner, pal, your driver's starting P1, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Dean has been up front all season. For whatever reason, just hasn't managed to find victory lane. You know, obviously last week got caught up in that huge pile up with arguably one of the best cars out there. That, you know, earlier in the year it was pit road issues. Kind of figured that out, and just,
here we
you know,
go.
he needs a good solid night.
Pace car is off. We're waiting for it. Green flag at Kansas Speedway for the EFRL.
I can't imagine it's going to take too long, AJ, for these guys to get up to the top.
Yeah, probably right away.
So far, and we've got trouble.
Ooh, first caution already. Adam Caps, Dean Qualley.
Oh boy, we didn't make it to 1.
Oh, that's a complete netcode. Wow. That was 100%
Oh, yeah,
a
wow.
netcode and a half. Mind you, everybody, iRacing just came out with a patch just about a week ago. This is normal. We haven't had a hot fix yet. They weren't even close, and I don't even think they would actually have touched.
No, I mean you could fit a body between them, not a car body obviously, but a person body.
And unfortunately, that's going to wreck
them.
basically both cars. Look at that.
And I don't think the 2 cars very happy. He's voicing his displeasure over the radio, but I think when he gets a chance to go back and watch it, he'll understand what happened there. There was nothing no one did wrong.
No, that was just complete netcode. I don't think they were going to touch it, even if there wasn't netcode.
You know, AJ, the interesting thing, I don't know about the restarts. If anybody wants to assign any blame there outside of anything with netcode, he technically changed lanes before the yellow, or before they hit the line. And when he did that, he kind of got to the outside of the 32, and that's what kind of set up the 3 wide moment there, which ended up resulting in the netcode.
Well, you mentioned it. Let's go back and take a look at it.
Because he actually jacks the ass end of the 32 up off the ground.
Here it is. Here's the start of the race. I don't think that was changing lanes, TJ.
I mean, he's in the middle. He's not on the bottom. I'm not
I think
saying
it was
like
more
a
of letting
penalty.
Ryan come back up.
Right. I mean, like I said, it wasn't. I don't think it was anything to assess a penalty. He kind of gets stuck in the middle there.
Well, we are under our first caution on lap 3. It being involved with the 17 of Dean Qualley and Adam Caps with a huge bout of netcode. Complete netcode. You can probably fit maybe 2 people side by side in between them, and it just hooks the number 2 into the outside wall, collecting both the 17 and the 2, unfortunately. But while we are under caution, TJ, why don't you let our wonderful people in the YouTubes, Twitch, and Facebook let us know what we brought back this week?
Come
on, I shared my screen so you could see it.
Oh, well, you expect me to think I'm watching your screen, homie?
It's driver cams because
oh,
the softball was not hit.
Yes, they fixed whatever they broke last week. They repaired this, which is good because it was bad. They really they did a number on us last week when it came to breaking everything we need to stream and stream well.
Holy cow, you have no idea. You have no idea. But we got driver cams back up. Ryan Fry, Ben Morrow, Matt Cochran.
We're going green, I believe, here in a second, AJ.
Of Dean Demmer, and we are.
Pace car down and away. Kind of a little mini reset on the field. Still some guys trying to get caught up, but mostly everybody's there. Green flag's out. 41 with a huge launch.
Yeah, Dylan Dunford not with a great launch there. That's going to allow Paul Irvin to take second.
Yeah, and if he comes up now, he can complete the side job. But don't look now, there's 3 wide. He will not get to be able to get to the top there as he's going to get, I believe the 14 is going to slip in above him.
Yeah, he did. Dean's going to get...
Vernon Hawkins with a big move.
Dean's going to have to get back to that high side. He's not going to be able to hold that inside very long.
But Paul manages to get back by the 14 through 3 and 4. That car very strong right now as he cuts to the bottom. should be able to perform the slide job, but will the 41 make the move down the backstretch?
Now, I think basically we're just in a ride pattern here. There goes the 41 giving it a shot.
14 low of the 41. He's going to make the pass. But the 41 with the big run gets back to his outside.
Just throwing this out there. Everybody cutting to that inside is going to be wearing those Goodyear Eagles a lot faster. If you're going to stick towards that wall, you're going to have a little more longevity in those tires.
Unless conventional reason goes out the window, which I don't believe it will. The 41 having the best pole time, but right now seemingly struggling as a third car now trying to get by him on the bottom. He's going to maintain here. And
he's going to let the 94 go.
I thought he may have touched the wall there. Entry to the corner.
Backing up a little bit further, you got the 8 and the 7 Bally House side by side down the backstretch. The 7 with a great run out of 2 is going to clear the 8. But here comes the 92 with Dustin Carroll into 3, pulls to the back bumper of the 8. And we're back to side by side with the 7 and 99.
Yeah, that 7 not going to want to be in the back for very long. Going to try to get to the front as quick as possible. He's actually, there's a car right behind him looking to move around him, so he can't sit where he is very long.
Yeah, the 7 does have some right rear damage from when he tagged the wall out of 2 on that restart. Doesn't look to be affecting that Ford Mustang, but it's something to keep an eye out for.
.48 kind of holding par at the front here. The 7, the man on the move right now, as he is.
Well, the 7's back to where he qualified. He fell back to 9th place and now regrouped to get back to where he started in 5th.
I'd imagine anybody that pitted there took fuel only. Touched the tire.
Well, that would be Drew Trader, Michael Steele, Austin Green, Matt Cochran, Ryan Fry, obviously Dean Qualley and Matt Capps.
Adam Capps.
Adam Capps, sorry. Nick Trader, Joshua Bally, the 56, looking to the inside out of 2.
Good little battle back there. These guys really just trying to get themselves in position to make a run at the front guys, but no, if they're going to make a move on the guy right in front of them, they got to do it quick or they're going to lose a lot of time.
Baron Elam, Dustin Carroll, that's for 9th. Dustin Carroll with a great exit out of 4. He's going to make the pass going into turn number 1, but is he going to be able to hold it?
Such a tough thing to do.
He's cleared. Is he going to slide up? Ew, he is. Oh, that got really tight.
That was a noise and a half. Ew.
All it takes is somebody to say you're not taking that spot and you're hitting the wall.
And
that's
hard.
all it takes. Yeah, no kidding. And hard. Joshua Bally and Nick Trader still battling. This is for 5th. This is where I think the outside's going to start coming in now that we're 13 laps in. As it looks like we're starting to get spread out here at Kansas Speedway. Your biggest battle, you got to go all the way back to the 15th position. Got the 25, the 23, the 9, and the 55 all under a blanket. Which I'm really surprised to see Ben Morrow in 11th. He had the second fastest lap in practice, qualified 11th, and has basically stayed right there. DJ, is there any chatter going on between the drivers?
Nothing that I have heard since, a little bit after the crash, and then obviously race control left their 2 cents. 48. I mean, He's obviously not really pulling away, but he's just running a clean, consistent line.
And it looks like Vern Hawkins is really staying within that striking distance.
Well, it's interesting, too, because for the most part, the 14's by the wall, whereas the 48 had been drifting down more. This time he makes a lighter out of me and sticks it by the wall himself.
Well, that happens. That happens, but
A
they're
lot.
both pulling away from everybody else. They are 0.4 faster than third place Dylan Dunford, and actually Dean Demmer ran a faster lap time than both your two leaders.
He might be finally getting the benefit of running that top, you know, all those earlier laps. He's kind of moved to
the
the bottom a
94's in
little
the
bit.
wall.
This is not the place for a Darlington stripe.
Well, I guess it's a Kansas stripe. But gets up to speed. The 41's going to be able to get by him. That's for the third.
94 puts it back low in the 41 and disappears and comes back.
A battle for the third here. Nick Trader to the outside of Dylan Dunford.
Ooh, that was tight.
There could be some wheel damage on that 94, the way he's been falling. Josh Fox back here to the
He had an
outside
interesting exit the last time.
of Dustin Carroll, trying to make that pass.
94 blinking again just in front of the 7. He wisely just jumps to the bottom to get away from.
Yeah, that's really got to be sketchy, especially when you're driving so close together. You know, you blink a couple times, you're like, okay, I kind of know where you are. Oh, Randy Howe on the wall on 2.
Big enough to bring out a yellow?
Nope.
Oof.
Just scraped it for about a good football field.
Yeah, that's not good for the old paint scheme.
Oh, not good for the paint scheme. Can script the tires. Definitely took the good years off of it. But right now, just 20 laps in, Paul Irvin, your race leader. Vern Hawkins sitting in second. Dean Demmer in third. Fourth, you're looking at Nick Trader. And in fifth, the number 7 of Joshua Bally.
You know, there's just like, you know, some of these guys are kind of like biding their time.
56 hard into the turn 4 wall.
My goodness, these guys are just eating walls left and right.
Makes me think these cars are really getting tight right now. Wow, that wasn't even like a small scrape. That was a huge pop.
Speaking of huge pops, oh wait, wrong event of stream. If you know, you know.
Unfortunately, I am not watching that right now. We were watching this great race at Kansas Speedway. I'm AJ Pola, TJ Barnier for All-Star 15 TV. Check out all the channel partners in the description of the video. Click those links, check them out, and tell them you saw them from All-Star 15 TV as we're watching this battle between the 94 of Dylan Dunford and the 8 of Randy Howe, as we are going to jump to the 41 as he is running down the 14. Jump in that cockpit view, and let's take a look at that driver cam.
After that shameless plug.
Of Falcon Grafix.
These guys door to door right now, this is the biggest battle at the front at the moment. Really interested to see who can get the jump on the other, per se. Looks like the 41 through that turn is going to have significant.
I think that had a
position
lot
takeover.
to do with the 14 saying, all right, you're faster right now. Get her going. I also got the number 4 of Matt Cochran. He's currently sitting in that 16th position in the number 4 Baths Pro Shops Toyota Supra. currently battling with Daniel Park and Michael Steele. He has
not
stayed very
appear-
faithful to that inside.
Does not appear that the 41 is really making a ton of gain on the 48. Slightly, not a ton.
Well, that last time by, it was just about 3/10. But that run that the 48 of Irvin had on that backstretch was just about 2/10. Sometimes making the track as small as possible is not the fastest way around. And let's see last lap times as they come up on the board. Paul Irvin with a 32.89 to Dean Demers 33.11. Then you have Vern Hawkins with a 33.08 and then a 33 flat for Nick Trader. Back a little further to Joshua Bally. He's getting cut to the inside of Nick Trader. Trying to make that pass, and TJ, say it, pal.
Slide job, slide job.
Oh, look at the block from the 7.
This was the original track, AJ, where it came about. This was the original home of the slide job. And the 56, not happy with the 7. Says if he does it again, it won't happen again.
Yeah, that was one hell of a block. And it looks like we are going to lap 35 for the stage tonight. So we're closing in on that rather rapidly now that we are on lap 28. But there's your race leader, Paul Irvin. He is starting to pull away from Dean Demert again. Dustin Carroll battling with the 1 of Farron Elam into turn 3. Here comes Austin Green in the 15, looking to the inside, looking for a run. Don't think he's going to get it. Oh, is Carroll's going to pop the wall out of 2?
Funny, these guys are just asking AJ, is this Comedy Central?
Why is that?
I'm not sure.
The things you hear over driver audio, TJ.
No
Wish
kidding.
I was able to use it for like a radioactive, but man, most of the time it's straight profanity. As the 48 tail smacks the wall out of 4, that's going to allow the 41 with a little bit of a run. We have 2/10 faster there for Dean Demmer. It is down to just about 4/10. Look at how he comes off the turn, still keeping that speed. But don't look now, Vern Hawkins is right there as well. That 14 is going to be able to literally pounce if any of the 2 drivers right in front of him are going to make a mistake. And there it goes. Vern Hawkins to the inside of Dean Demmer. And Dean's gonna fall back 2 positions here. Well, was gonna fall back 2 positions. Vern Hawkins is gonna take second. Oh, look at the Dean quali car as it gets back out on the racetrack. Holy cow, is that thing beat the crap. That 17 has definitely seen better days. Oh, we are going to have a battle for the stage. We're on lap 34. Paul Irvin might have P1, but Jesus, if I told you P2 hasn't been settled yet. Vernon Hawkins, Dean Demmer, Joshua Bally, and even Nick Trader can get involved. On the white flag lap for the stage. Does Bally have anything for Dean Demmer out of 2? He's gonna try to pull up to that back bumper. Oh, look for the run here. Does Dean go ahead and block? He's coming down the track a little bit like he's going to. Irvin, Hawkins, Demmer, Bally, Trader, Howe, Park, Dunford, Trader, and Morrow, your top 10 of the stage. You're watching All-Star 15 TV on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We will be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everybody, we are back. Pit stops underway. Everybody coming and getting fuel
Looks like
and tires.
48, first one out. 14,
7,
41,
41, 99.
99. And then good luck after that. They were 3 wide.
Yes, good luck. The 8, 13, 94, 25, and 56.
Any football fans out there in the universe, our thoughts and prayers are with Nick Chubb. I do believe he's done for the year.
If depending on what, because it looked like multiple things tore in that knee.
Oh, yeah. There are replays out there. I do recommend watch your own, impression. It's ugly.
I very much hope that it's just the season.
Yes. That's a bad one for a young kid who's playing really good football. There are 2 to green, AJ. I think that means they're gonna start doing their
Choosy
business the next time, right?
I think they do it with the 1 to go. I'm pretty sure.
So it would be the next time by. We haven't really watched on that. I don't think we.
No, we
kind
really
of a big
haven't.
Deal.
But
It's
I would
kind of
assume,
a big deal at the beginning of the season. They were having issues figuring it out.
Yeah, well, now that we're multiple races in, almost halfway through the season, basically, if not more.
I think more, yeah. Well, unless you count the playoff.
basically they have figured it out. But with Kansas, I would assume that the race leader was going to take the inside so he can just launch it into the turn and then immediately come up to the top on exit. What are you thinking there, pal?
I'm thinking the more interesting spot to watch, where does second? Does second take the bottom so he can go with the leader? Or does second think he can hang on the top and not allow the guy on the bottom behind the leader to get by him? And, you know, here they come out of 4.
Here
It
they go.
certainly looks like the 48 is going to be the bottom. But the 14, as if hearing my words, is edging that way himself. And he says, no, I'm going back to the... Fooled you. And it looks like synchronized swimming from there as everybody just goes where they were.
I wish I had a specific camera that gave me the start finish line so we could do that. I know one of the leagues I used to
look straight like back at it, yeah.
Yeah, I know one of the leagues that I used to broadcast, and it was so much fun. But the league owner, outside of him running the broadcast and everything, not running the broadcast, but being a commentator, he would get in a car painted like a safety vehicle, and instead of it painted on the ground or using the start finish line, he would be the choose vehicle. And I thought it was the coolest / smartest thing in the world because it gave the drivers, you know, this is where you're gonna split.
Could you imagine if somebody was dumb enough to run into him?
They get held for 2 laps. Under
well,
green.
Yeah, held for 2 laps if you're like, you know, not destroyed a vehicle. I mean, we've seen a lot less do a lot more. So, pace car down and away. Waiting on that launch. Waiting on that launch. There it goes. 48 away.
Once again, P1 gets an excellent launch.
7 car from 3rd, right down onto the apron. Going to have a real good entry here. But the 48 really backing up through the turn here. This is going to be an interesting moment. They split him 3 wide, 14 high, 7 low. Still in the middle, 3 wide. The 7 finally clears the bottom. The 14 clears the top. Paul must have got out of shape there. That was wild.
It looked like he got a little loose in the center.
14 banging on the back door of the 7. That's awful risky this early in this race.
TJ, we've already seen a lot of blocking happen, and that was before this stage.
3 wide again for second. 48 on the bottom, 41 on the top. 7 kind of backing up here. As the 48, oh, Manny, look out! That was tight.
I think I heard the expletives come from that 48 Chevy.
48 gonna dip her low here through, and he's gonna clear. The 14's gonna clear. No slide job required.
Yeah, but how much tire did those 2 drivers use up in those 3 laps to do that?
I don't want to be their tire guy. Let's put it that way. The 41 kind of stuck here. He like wants to go, can't go. He's with the 7, but can't go low because there's a lot of cars down there too.
Honestly,
now he's gonna dip low.
That could have been beneficial for the 41, because if you're stuck behind somebody, you're at their mercy, their speed, saving fuel and tire.
Giving a push to the 99 bound on the backstretch, thinks better of it, goes back to the top, can't get back to the bottom as the 8 fills that gap. Kind of in the middle here. That's sort of no man's land.
Getting tight.
And that's going to allow the 13 below him.
If you're going to make any moves, it has to be on a restart within the first couple of laps. And holy crow, have we seen all the moves?
Yeah, we saw moves forward, moves backward, and moves forward again. That being the 48 as he went forward, went backward, and came back to the forward again. Back to the point and leading. This seems a lot different here, AJ, than the start of the race. Or, well, I should say the second start of the race. We didn't go very far at the start of the race. as it, they kind of got strung out. Ooh, somebody back behind the 25, I think, just wrapped the wall above Austin Green. Who is that?
That looks like Josh Fox.
I think he caught a piece of the wall pretty hard, but this was, like the start of the race, they kind of were playing nice. They were figuring it out. They got kind of in line and rode. Now we're like, hey, yo, it's go time.
Well, it's not really go time yet. I would assume there's going to be another like 40 or so laps of riding around, and once you're within 40 to go, 30 to go, is when you're going to turn the dial all the way up to 11. But with some of the moves that we've seen tonight between some of the drivers, the 56, the 7.
Hey, AJ, you might want to tell these drivers the dial's not supposed to be at 11, because they certainly don't seem to know that.
Can you check the radar? Is there rain in the area? Because it seems like it.
I mean, I'll put the old lick the fingers and put them up in the air. Nothing out the broadcast booth window.
Here go the lightning bolts.
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be my luck. I guess you could say at that point, I'm electrifying.
I see what you did there. Very clever.
Oh, the 56 backs up into the 25 behind the 41.
Yeah, brother into brother there. But them are falling back hard, all the way back to 7th.
I mean, it's not hard to do. He kind of got trapped behind the 7. Then he tried to go below the 99, kind of got trapped there. And he just kind of got shuffled back here. And, he may have went into like, all right, I raced hard there for a minute. I'm going to go conservative now. And these cars just happened to get ahead of me. They jumped and tracked with me.
Look at Ben Morrow in the 13.
Really digging that bottom.
And it's working for him.
Well, it's working right now. Let's see at the end of the run how much tire he's.
Now, watching Ben Morrow via the driver cam, I don't know if his table has like motion onto it, but dang, is that shaking cam. Every time he turns, I'm guessing that force feedback is really giving him some feedback.
Don't cancel me for saying this. Almost like Michael J. Fox with his camera.
Oh, Jesus. TJ.
What? It's
that was bad.
Light humor. Trust me, AJ, of all the humor we made this weekend, that was tame.
Yeah, no, okay. Also true. Also true. The 7 and the 8. This is a battle for third. Randy Howe has been trying to use that inside for the last 4 or 5 laps. Not being able to make it work, but... Oh, nope. Not clear.
Unlike the Tiger King, I was tame.
If he gets a really good entrance into 1 here, he might be able to clear the 7 and slide job. But no. Didn't even have a really good entry.
Maybe. I'm still going to almost try it. That was close. If he can hang there again and get it the next corner, maybe even here. I don't think he's got the momentum to do it this time. He's going to have a good run down the front straightaway. And I mean like a really good run. It wasn't a bad run. I don't think it was the run he needed, though. Let's see what he does.
Trying it again.
Oh, definitely not there. Don't do it.
Looks like Ben Morrow's coming to the rescue.
It would have been chaos, that's for sure, but don't do it.
Which, speaking of chaos, tell everybody what they can get from the All-Star 15 TV shop.
If you want a shirt that says chaos all over it, that seems to be my catchphrase as of late, go get you one. Figure out a way after you buy it. Message me on Twitter. Oh, God, Ben
13
Morrow
in the wall.
ate the wall.
He's still in the wall.
Figure out how to connect me on the socials. Get it to me. I'll sign the thing for you. I'll even pay return shipping. Maybe. Yeah, that cost a 13 a ton. I mean, he just went from this group of 4 back to a group of 5.
You got Jenna Law in the YouTube chat giving you 2 laughing, crying face emojis from, I'm guessing, the Michael J. Fox comment.
That or the sign the autograph shirt. send it back.
Holy crap, TJ! We got 21 people watching throughout all our platforms. Welcome to All Star 15 TV. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. You'll get a really awesome.
You gonna finish your thought?
Nope, I'm showing them.
Oh. This is what happens when I don't pay attention to your stream. I'm too excited watching this exciting race.
Hey, I gotta do everything now.
You get a really fun, yeah! The 41 reeled this group that he had lost earlier back in. Is it the tires finally catching up to him?
But Vern Hawkins and Paul Irvin are gone.
They have checked the books out, and they are hauling the mail.
They went through self-checkout, and they're already loading the car up.
Yeah, nobody checked their receipt at the door.
And they are pretty close together, and they are about 3 or 4 tenths faster than the field a lap.
They went to Walmart, they heard get your shit and get out, and took it literally.
Oh, God. There's a... PJ, that's $1 in the swear jar.
That is not a swear. That is a bodily function excrement.
You know, right there, I kind of thought Vern Hawkins was going to have P1, but Irvin, with a excellent run out of turn 2, is going to take that lead back and then gap the 14 a little bit.
Meanwhile, back here in this Hornet's nest, the 41 has picked its way back through to the back bumper of the 7 car.
It has to be careful. We've seen that 7 will block.
Actually, low of him now. Low of him. Digging. I don't think he's going to clear it. Please don't try it. I own that car. Don't destroy it.
If you break it, you buy it.
Yeah. You see how much that he tried it right there, that last turn, and how much he lost down the straightaway could not complete that pass.
Oh, is he going to hit the wall out of 4?
Yeah, he definitely gave her a little kiss. If you give Darlington if you dance with the lady in black at Darlington and get a stripe, he certainly just gave a little smooch to somebody in Kansas.
You did not have that one set up.
Well, I mean, what would you call this place? The half white, half green wall? It's like they wanted to be Kentucky and then said, well, we don't know really if we really want to be Kentucky. Let's just...
The Battle of the Traitors for 7th.
41, big run. Oh, him and the 7 kind of have a weird moment down the straightaway. This is going to set the 41 up for a real good entry. He might be able to do it, AJ. He's clear if he can go now. He's got to go now.
Oh, he's not clear.
Slide job, fence job. Broke it.
That's why I said he wasn't clear. He was gonna do that. He was gonna pancake the wall.
He was clear to make it work. He just did it a little too hard.
He's gonna have to regroup, and if there's any damage, he's gonna have to fix it on the pit stop.
I'm sure he'd love to see a yellow to repair it.
Ben Morrow on pit road.
Is this a scheduled stop, you think, here? It's like, what, 20 laps from going green? I don't know what the...
Well, they pit on 37 and they went green on 40, so yeah, about that.
I mean, you think it's only like 20-ish laps of fuel?
I don't think so.
Now, that depends on how you work this race backward. If you got to make like a full run, and then a half a run, maybe he's doing his half a run now, and we'll do the 2 full runs later. If it stays green, it can work out as the 25 hardened to the wall. No caution, loses a couple spots, possibly another as Austin Green closes.
Well, he's back in the wall again. 25 still in the wall.
It's almost like he's cut a tire, but I know he hasn't.
Gotta jump on board with the 25. Yeah, now you can see after hitting the wall twice, he is very, very ginger with the throttle.
Probably trying to figure out what's going on with the car and how to make it stop doing what it's doing and still be fast.
Yeah, no kidding. As your first two on track, the 48 of Paul Irvin and the 14 of Vern Hawkins. Taking a look at the vehicles and where they sit. You have a Chevy, your first two. Then you have two Fords of Ballet and Park. And then the rest of the top 10 is a bunch of Chevys. You have Demmer, Howe, Trader, Dunford, and Green.
Ooh,
and
AJ, I think
Elon.
the 8 had a big moment there as he's on pit road. It almost looked like he hit the wall. Maybe he was just blowing up to go down pit road. It was weird.
Vern Hawkins also on pit road as well.
It was a really weird. If he was just entering, that was a really weird entry. Backed it up to take a look because he was like way out by the wall in that top lane and just got down to the bottom. The 94 really could have got in trouble hitting them, not
Here
knowing
comes
they
the
were
48 to pit road. Joshua Balley's going to stay out, take the lead. Dylan Dunford also on pit road. Drew Trader. Where's all this going to cycle out?
We're only a little bit past halfway, so I'm kind of curious to see what the strategy is here. We're like 4 laps away from 50 to go, I do believe. Oh, the 7 and the 41 look like they're making their entry here. 7 really hard on the brakes, squirrely there for a second.
Yeah, very. Dean Demmer, very good getting onto pit road, but that's not been his issue. It's
so
actually
getting in the
stopping
pit
in his
box.
pit box. But
Hashtag HC400. Oh, now I know what that means. We're going to call that hashtag TD. What is it?
ooh, Ben
120
Park
laps.
off the racetrack in the middle of 3 and 4, kind of different than what everybody else is doing. Oh, and he is locking up those tires. Baron Elam's going to take the lead.
Kind of curious how they named this race today. They called it the Transcendent Design 180. 120 laps, 180 miles?
I don't do math.
I don't want to. I was elected to lead, not read.
It's exactly 180, TJ.
Well, see, I did a smart thing without doing a smart thing. I made you do the hard work. AJ's the heavy lifter of the group. He wants to pump you up.
I picked things up. I put them down. Jesse Adams
Like-
staying out on the racetrack still as Austin Green has come to pit road.
Very interesting towards the front of this field where these guys are going to cycle out.
What's going on, Nate? Thanks for liking the stream on Facebook, pal. Oh, the 55 is going to spin on pit road.
That's never good.
He did clip the grass as he was trying to get it corrected. It might give him a unsafe pit exit.
Kind of
And then
funny, you
re-entry.
unsafe exit as you trying to enter. It's like, AJ, I feel like that's one of those moments I didn't want to exit unsafely. I wanted to. Cheers.
Was that a Ron White bit? Just said I didn't want to be
Yep.
drunk in public.
Yes, it was. I didn't want to exit unsafely. I wanted to enter into the bar. I mean the pits.
Daniel Park, your race leader for right now. 5 drivers yet to pit. Park, Cochran, Fox, Fry, and Olofsson.
I think the 9 just wanted to lead again as he won last week. To lead again this evening.
Here comes the 7 to unlap himself. He's going to stay out as well.
On a different strategy of sort.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, how the turntable.
But the longer you stay out, the further you are going to be behind.
Unless you think over the whole run you can cut out a pit stop.
Oh, but here's the thing, TJ. You lose about 2 seconds throughout the whole run a lap.
Well, AJ, I take your 2 seconds, and if I can eliminate a 40-second pit stop, what's 2 seconds?
Ooh, the 56 bounces out. I don't think he's reappeared yet.
That's like
There he is.
20 laps. Essentially, you'd have to.
Yeah, well, you need 30.
I'm just saying, if it can be done, somebody will try it.
Mick is on pit road, and wow, look at the right side of the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet.
I don't know if I want to by that reaction. Something tells me it doesn't look pretty.
It does not.
Not so
As
pretty.
Daniel Park is still staying out. He's got 3.5 seconds over Matt Cochran, 4.5 over Josh Fox, and 10 over Ryan Fry.
4Car says he is going in.
He is showing that inside like they used to do in the old days, where on an online service you would, on the backstretch, cut all the way to the inside.
Well, that was only if your headset wasn't working.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to queue up to everybody else.
He already keyed his mic and said he's going in.
Josh Fox also in. And here comes Ryan Fry as well.
Oh, I was hoping Ryan would get to lead a lap.
I will say they
finally says he's coming in.
They will have about 10 lap fresher tires than everybody else. That is something to look at.
I think, AJ, update for all the Monday Night Football fans in the world. I do believe the Carolina Panthers just got beat by the Saints. Did I not finish my sentence?
No, you did not.
Oh, well,
Here
I did
comes
in my
Vern
head.
Hawkins crossing the line. He is going to take the lead. And
They
Paul
were
Irvin,
interviewing quarterback of the Saints, so I do believe they won.
you know, I'm okay with winning a week in fantasy, but because Jamal Williams and Nick Chubb got hurt on the other team, I kind of feel bad about it.
Well, injuries happen, but man, does it seem like this week has been devastating as well. A lot of big names going down.
And there's the gap between first and second. Vern Hawkins and the 48 of Paul Irvin. Matt Cochran trying to stay on the lead lap in front of him on fresh tires. Right now, you only have 5 drivers 1 lap down. Starting from 19th, you have Mick Olofsson, Ryan Fry in 20th, 21st, Jesse Adams. You have Dean Qualley, who is on the racetrack in 22nd, and Adam Capps, who, because of the turn 1 incident of the start of this race, is in 23rd.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really turned a lap.
He did not.
Well, I mean, we are on lap 79, and it says he's only 70. He might have tried to do something. That or they count your toe around as a lap.
No, I have him at a 0.01.
Wonder why it only shows him 76 down on lap 70.
Nick Trader takes that 4th place from Ben Morrow, trying to pull away now.
Yeah, we documented the issues for Jesse Adams and why he's a lap down. Went on to pit road. Ryan Fry should be just back behind these leaders. Or apparently not. He's like way far behind.
He very much is.
He might have got a speeding penalty or something. He went in.
He's only a lap and a half down. I honestly think it was because he waited so long and he was already behind the 8 ball to start with.
Yeah, but he pitted with the 4, and I thought they were kind of close on the racetrack. I mean, the 4 is, you know, way further away.
No, there was a difference between them pitting, just because they pit on the same lap. But no, there was a big gap, about 10 seconds.
Well, still, 10 seconds has turned into almost a full lap between the 4 and the 32. I mean, he's like 20 seconds behind now or more.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if you go look on the 4, the 32 is not much further in front of it. In fact, it's the next car. Or, no, the next car is just the Abbott. 2 cars. Kind of weird. I don't know if something happened.
99 and 25 are battling. This is for 9th position. Your biggest mover of the race right now. It's the driver of the number 15. Up 9 positions. It's Austin Green.
Yeah, he started shotgun on the field, not qualifying, and second to shotgun. He was 22nd at 23. But he has definitely moved himself forward quite a bit, and Michael Steele, not for nothing, right ahead of him, done a similar task. Same for Bobby Green. Bobby Green started 23rd. He's up to 15th. Those, for whatever reason, those back 3 have just slowly and methodically made their way forward.
Looking throughout the racetrack to see what we got, but let's give you guys a rundown of the top 10. 85 laps into the race. Currently sitting first, it's the number 14 of Vern Hawkins. Second, you got the 48 of Paul Irvin. In third, up 5 positions, it's Randy Howe. In fourth, up 3 positions, you have Nick Trader. Ben Morrow up 6 in fifth.
For now.
Okay, up 5. Joshua Bally in 5th now, as he gets by Ben Morrow. Right where he's, yeah, like you said. In 7th, -6, it's Dean Demmer. In 8th, -6, it's Dylan Dunford. Ben Park, +3 in 9th, and -1 in 10th. It's Drew Trader.
Which, for as hard as he hit the wall right now, that's probably like, he's probably going, man, that ain't bad. AJ, I think we're kind of hit a spot in this race where I think it might be appropriate to say, I need some chaos, baby, chaos. Get me a yellow, tighten these boys back up. This thing's turning into a snoozer.
Yeah, we haven't had a caution, knock on wood, until our stage, since our stage caution.
No, knock on wood. I want chaos.
I don't. I like to see how these races play out.
Yeah, with chaos. 14 up here trying to beat your favorite driver.
Who's that?
Which one's that? All of them. That was such a great quote. That was such a great quote this weekend.
Threw me for a loop right there. I was like, where is he going with this?
Well, I think he was going to say Kyle Larson, and then the inner PR guy in his head said, okay, wait a minute. Let's not go that far. They hate me enough already.
Justin, TJ 100% knows about Nick Chubb, and he's already cried.
Oh, God. Yeah, my fantasy season's done. I have him in both of my fantasies. In one of them, I have him and Saquon, and Saquon's out at least 3 weeks. Oh, my God, that guy ran into a brick wall. For everybody at home that doesn't know, this week I upgraded to 2 screens on. Now I can watch football and the EFRL. That 14 car is so smooth. I
Yeah,
don't,
we're
like,
gonna.
you see everybody else, like, kind of, you know, they get up by the wall and they get kind of squirrely and they touch it. He's just like, nah, I'm down here.
Yeah, we're
I'll
gonna
go
jump to
out
him in just a little
here."
bit, but we got a battle between the 56 and the 8.
Ooh, maybe this will lead to chaos.
Yeah, well, as I said, it stopped happening.
AJ, that was like the most exciting battle I've never seen.
Yeah, well, they were side by side, but then they weren't.
Apparently they're pitting. Oh, and the
Wow.
48 spins in right in front of these guys.
That's
Oh,
basically going to take the
Irving.
48 right out of it.
With a big unfortunate moment on the pit entry.
Here it is, everybody.
I mean, kudos to him for getting it locked up and getting out of the way. But man, that's gotta just suck.
This puts him in the window to make it to the end.
14 down and away. I don't think he's gonna have any trouble getting away from people at the moment. Now, how long, AJ, can you look? How long did, say, someone like Matt Cochran go the last time? You said they pit on like 37. How far did he go?
Matt Cochran. Where is he? What position is he in right now? 4th. He went to 75. So what is that? 38?
37 to 75. Yeah, that sounds about right. So from 75, let's say he can go 35 because there was no yellows this time. That would put him at 105, 110. Might be able to get away with like 2 tires and some gas.
Well, you know somebody's going to try it, TJ, and if they don't, I don't think they want to win the race then.
The 59 partners with the 15 just asked if it was raining out on the racetrack. As the 15's the leader.
I mean, you got to think about the race has changed. The track has completely changed. The sun is completely gone. We're in the night, and we started with, shadows on the racetrack, sun hitting the racetrack.
Well, I think the 14's going to say the nighttime is the right time. He is headed.
Fastest lap of the race for Vern Hawkins, a 31:15. Well, that's fastest by almost a full 10th.
That car is it's smooth right now. It's hooked up.
I bet you it's got a T-Rex paint scheme underneath that.
That's some shots fired.
What?
I think the legend Ron Simmons might have said "damn" to that one. There's a soundboard for you.
Yeah, you said it. I was like, I need that. Austin Green now on pit road. That has dropped Paul Irvin all the way back to 21st.
That's just wild. Well, he fell 2 laps down as a result of it, too.
Probably ended up speeding as well.
Could very well have been. It definitely was not ideal.
But Matt Cochran, right now, your race leader. Daniel Park, Josh Fox are the 3 drivers that have yet to pit. Ryan Fry as well, Nick Olofsson, and Jesse Adams all yet to pit.
We brought out the calculators, and we estimate here that 4 car can go to 110.
But I think with that 110, Vern Hawkins is only 7.5 seconds and counting back.
Oh yeah, I mean
He needs a caution.
I think that's the idea here, was to stay out late if there was a yellow.
You capitalize on it.
Cycle to the front, get tires, that whole deal. Oh man, I think I got a yawn.
Oh, don't do that.
Yep.
Yawning is bad.
Yawns happen, bro.
And just to give you guys a little perspective, Matt Cochran, last lap, a 33.45. Vern Hawkins, a 31.75. A second and a half faster.
Something just happened with the 32.
It's on the
I don't
racetrack.
know what. I do believe he may have got ran over by. He had an incident with the one. The one kind of threw it in there. The one kind of threw it in there late. I mean, it's just luckily it wasn't worse than. But
I don't know.
I certainly don't believe the 32 is expecting the one to be there.
The one had the run there, goes to the outside, and Ryan just gets tight underneath him.
Like I said, I don't think Ryan expected him to be there.
And Matt Cochran has the race leader about 2.5 seconds behind him. When does that number 4 come in? Does he wait to that 110 mark?
Nobody more than Ryan Fry wants a yellow right now. Didn't get it.
Well, that's all going to change for a minute or two once Matt has to come down pit road. And also Mick.
Well, in that moment, he was the final car, or the first car a lap down. Now Mick has gone a lap down.
Yeah, TJ, we are really almost to the end of this race. 18 to go and counting. What have you thought about it so far?
It's been utter domination by the 14. And, yeah, I don't know what more to say about that than he is just been picking them up, putting them down, and kind of stinking this thing up since we went back green from the stage. The 48, I mean, not for nothing for the 48. The 48 was hanging with him right up until he spun into pit road. If it hadn't been for that, it was kind of a two-car dance.
There's your race leader, the 14 of Vern Hawkins. Matt Cochran sitting in second, trying to hemorrhage some of the spots before coming down the pit road.
He is still 5 from where we estimate him having to pit by. A caution right now would be interesting because I do believe it would take most of the field down pit lane.
Yeah, I think people would come down and maybe take 2 tires.
I think the 4 just said it's time.
That's going to put him 2 laps down, most likely. That's unfortunate. Matt trying to do everything to get track position. Got the track position, but still does not work in his favor. There he is coming down pit road. Also got the 41 of Dean Demmer as he's battling with the 13 of Ben Morrow. And speaking of Ben Morrow,
oh, did you jump on board?
Yeah, just taking a look at Ben in the 13 and what it looks like. And then you got the 32 of Ryan Fry.
I mean, not for nothing, Nicholas Trader is not out of the realm of seeing that 14 car.
No, I don't think so either.
I just don't think he has enough time.
They
Again,
ran
right now.
identical lap times last time by. Vern
Again,
Hawkins and
Ryan
Nick Trader.
Fry would love a yellow right now. He is that lucky dog contender. These guys are blazing through this rate. We're under an hour 10 for a lapsed race time for 120 laps. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Especially with a state, you figure 30-second lap time. 120 laps should be 120 minutes. We're only at 108.
Coming to 11 laps to go. Nick Trader with 1.84 back, 8.3. You know, he is chipping at it, but I don't think he has enough for the 14. Let's go around the rest of the track to see if we got any other battles. Gonna drop back to Farron Elam and Dustin Carroll. This is for 12th. And here comes the 15 of Austin Green to make it a three-person party. Hey, we just got 2 more subs on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. If you haven't yet, hit that sub button. As both the number 1 and 92 smack the wall out of 2. Oh, and I think the 92 is back up in the wall.
Never good to see a car in the fence, especially one that looked really cool like that one. AJ, when is the last time Ryan Fry pitted?
Lap 75.
So he is definitely gone the long run. We've hit 112. We estimated those guys would go to 110. He's well beyond that. I do believe, though, he's finally pitting or Matt Cochran just finally caught him on the fresh tire. Only 14 cars here on the lead lap.
It's scary what kind of lap times these guys are running, even on 20 lap old tires.
Kind of funny, AJ, you think about it. The 14 car leading has everybody with the top 14 a lap down.
Stay tuned to after the race. Gonna have our podium interviews with TJ Barnier.
Say, next thing you're gonna tell me this is the 14th race of this season or something like that.
Are you really gonna make me count? Because you're gonna make me count. Darn it,
Don't
TJ.
worry, it's only 10. It's only 10.
All right, good. How dare you make me use my brain more than once tonight?
How dare you make me mind my own? That 56 has knocked a little bit of time off, but still not enough.
No, not with 7 to go. I think we're coming to 6 to go, actually. Yep, 6 to go. Nick Trader, 1.66 back. Trader needs Vern to pop the wall somewhere, but very conservative driving lines through the turns for that number 14. Not right up on the wall, basically straddling that dashed white line on the high line. As Ryan Fry coming back down pit road again. Makes me wonder if he had a pass through.
Pass through or a park through.
Identical lap times for Vern Hawkins and Nick Trader that last time by.
He's knocking time off, but like we said, unless, the 14 has a major slip up, it's not going to be enough.
I think you'd probably see the slip up out of the 56 before you see it on the 14 at this point. Like, what kind of feeling is that, TJ? You could see the leader. You could see, chipping at the lead. No, but knowing that there's not enough laps What kind of feeling is that?
It is an odd one for sure, AJ. I've kind of been in that situation. I've been on the opposite of that situation. I've been in situations similar but different, and it's just not a great feeling knowing, man, all I needed was one or two cars more track position on a restart, or like pass one guy a little quicker than I did. Just you start really going back and rethinking your whole race of, man, I was that close. Where was it that cost me? It's a nice feeling to run second, but everybody wants to win. Luckily, Nicholas Trader just won a couple weeks ago, so he can hang his hat on that. But
dual popsicle sticks for Vern Hawkins.
Just for instance, the race we ran last night, I had a really fast race car, but was trapped a lap down. Had literally unlapped myself and just couldn't do anything, to get a caution for the longest time. Sitting there outrunning the leader, but a lap down. It's like, man, can I catch a break?
Negatory Ghost Rider. And out of turn number 4, coming to the white flag. And with that, it is the Wrestling with Nerds final lap.
It would require a major slip up for this 14 car not to come back around our winner. Nick Trader did a valiant job of trying to run him down and got a lot of that gap closed up. Gonna remain about a half a turn, but out of 4, AJ, take us home.
Out of 4, Vern Hawkins coming to the line. He's going to win the Transcendent Design 180 from Kansas Speedway.
In the Transcendent Design Xfinity Series.
Sounds a little redundant, don't you think?
I don't think I could say it 10 times fast. I don't know if I could say it 1 time fast.
So your top 3, Vern Hawkins, Nick Trader, Joshua Bally here at Kansas Speedway. In 4th, you got Randy Howe. 5th, Dean Demmer. 6th, it's Ben Morrow. 7th, it's Drew Trader. 8th, Dylan Dunford. 9th, Ben Park. And rounding out the top 10, it's Austin Green.
I think our biggest mover of the evening, AJ, the 22nd to 10th, the 15 car.
Yep, the 15 of Austin Green.
Very good run.
And burning it down on the stripe, it's the 14 of Vern Hawkins. Well, let's see if we can get some interviews lined up for TJ while I get some other stuff squared away behind the scenes.
I think, AJ, they're missing the 7 for the picture.
Yeah, the 7 went down pit road and backed out.
Whoops.
But TJ, you ready to talk to our race winner?
Sure.
Here he is, dude. Take it away.
Vern Hawkins, you get a copy.
I'm here.
Sir, you stunk up our show tonight. What a dominant performance there. You been waiting for this track, or was this just a product of the night?
This is one of my favorite tracks, but I didn't think I'd be that quick tonight. Figured it out about halfway through there.
The 48 for the longest time seemed to be your biggest competition right up till he looped it around on pit entry. Did you see that behind you, or find out later?
I seen it coming in. I went, oh, he just ruined his race. He had a hell of a run going too.
How worried about that 56 car were you?
I think we were pretty equal. We're teammates. We were talking through the race. We were pretty matching each other's laps there, like the whole end of that race. I had a little trouble getting through lap cars, but that's my own fault.
Well, you looked smoother than anybody I saw on the track tonight. And that second and a half lead there certainly showed it. Was it just, did it look as easy as it seemed like you made it look?
No, it was a lot harder. My arm's a little wore out after that one.
All right. Those are the answers I like to hear, to know that these guys are human.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna candy coat it.
So you get a good big win here. We're closing out the regular season. Can you harness this momentum and keep it alive and carry it through to the playoffs?
I'm hoping so. I'd sure like to get some playoff points though with some stage wins. I just can't seem to get the stage wins this season, but I'll take the race wins and the bonus points and go into the playoffs and see what we can do.
Well, you were a point back of Paul Irvin. You certainly gained that on him. You were like 30 some odd back of Dean Demery. You picked up a handful on him, and you picked up like 2 on the 7 car because that's how the 7 car rolls. He doesn't let hardly anybody pick points.
Oh yeah, he's quick, man.
But you add yourself a second win sticker for the season at a pretty tough track, as you said it. And man, I hope you carry this momentum forward and can certainly do something with it in the postseason.
Yeah, I hope I do too. I hope the Transcendent Designs Ultra Tent Slime car continues running good.
Anything to bring from here to Texas?
No, Texas is one with New Texas. I have not ran very much, so hopefully we'll put some laps in this week and see what we can do.
You guys got 3 mile and a halves to close out the season, and Kansas, Texas, Vegas are all sort of different with their own little court.
Absolutely,
So,
that makes it interesting.
Good luck with that, and then you even get another mile and a half in Homestead at the first round of the playoffs. So,
I like Homestead. That'd be a good one to look forward to.
all right. Well, AJ, you got any questions for our race winner?
Dude, what a mollywop in here at Kansas Speedway. Congratulations. And any sponsors you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Appreciate it. No, just Transcendent Designs, Pixelsaurus, Back Pocket Designs, and Tent Slime Ultra tonight's on board with the new scheme. So
That thing looks cool. Very Halloween-y feel.
I like it. Drew does a hell of a job with paint schemes over there.
Well, he had to go all out for his race tonight. All
Nope,
right, Vern.
it was a good run.
Thanks for coming and talking with us, pal.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
See ya. All right, let's see if we can get a talking to Nick Trader for P2. Let's see.
Where in the world is Trader?
Here he is. There's Nick Trader. Ryan, take it. Ryan, TJ, take it away.
Nick Trader, you got a copy.
What up, guys?
What more did you need to get to that 14 tonight? Was it just more time, or better restart early, or?
I have no idea. We were running pretty about even the whole time. I mean, I towards the end, I mean, I was hoping he maybe scraped the wall a little bit. Don't want to say that about a teammate, but he was just fast. I mean, he's getting better and better every week. So, and that just shows it right there. He's hard to keep up with sometimes, and even if I would have caught him, passing him would have been the trouble, I think. So, much as I wanted that win after last week, I'll take a second place.
Sir, you were reeling him in ever so slightly, and AJ and I were just like, have the lap. It would have been really cool to see like another 5-6 laps, see what you could have done with him. But I mean, good run tonight. You were all over. Started 7th, got up to 2nd. Felt like there was times you were back and forth, and by the end of this thing, you were up at the front. That's a hell of a run for you. Anything you can take from here and take to Texas?
Oh, probably not. I think that's a whole different track since this is a top feeder track, and Texas with the horrendous 1 and 2 that they have now, there's nothing you can take from this track, I think, and go on with it to Texas.
I was talking to Vern about it in his interview. You guys got a stretch of 4.5 miles, and they couldn't be any more different from each other.
Yeah.
In Kansas, Texas, Vegas, and Homestead.
It's definitely an interesting schedule, but getting closer to the playoffs, and I'm ready to get them going.
Well, you guys have the momentum. We're certainly rolling for you here. Hopefully, you keep it going as we head through these 1.5 miles and into the playoffs. I'm sure you've probably got some sponsors you'd like to plug. They might even be very similar to Vern.
Yeah, we got the National Guard, the Pixelsaurus, Transcendent Design sitting on the back. I was supposed to, I don't think it loaded this for some reason, but I was going to run my NASCAR Thunder 2003 paint scheme, but, trading paints and iRacing don't like each other, so it didn't show up. So hopefully next week I'm running it, but I think I might have it on my door, so maybe next week you'll see that car come rolling out.
Sounds like fun. AJ, you got any questions for Nick Trader?
Not really questions, but dude, great freaking race tonight. I thought you were gonna be able to chisel off a little more time to Vern Hawkins, but great job, dude. That number 56 was bad fast tonight.
Yeah, it was. I appreciate it, guys. It was fun to race here.
How nervous? Just a follow-up question I just thought of. How nervous were you when you saw that 48 spin onto pit road?
I was hoping he'd just lock it down and then come back up, but I've raced with Paul before in multiple other series and whatnot, and he's pretty smart to know to hold the brake and let everybody go past and not just try to dump it in front of other people and take them out with them. So much respect to the guy. It sucks that it happened to him. He was definitely going to put a run in with Vern for the win, but I'll take the extra points.
That's a racer's racer right there.
All right, Nick, we'll see you at Texas next week, pal.
Yep, see you next week, guys.
All right, TJ, driver number 7. Here's Joshua Bally.
Josh, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Sir, I mean, you didn't get max points tonight, but you still managed to get nearly max points. You gonna let some other guys get some points here, or what?
Well, that's what I was trying to do. I was just having fun, not really racing max effort till like the final pit stop. So I was just screwing around mostly.
You definitely were very consistent all night. Didn't seem like, you really gave up a whole lot. Just couldn't ever, I mean, for whatever reason, that 14 and 48 get shot out of a cannon on a restart, and everybody else just kind of was hanging with each other. But I mean, you had a good run. That's about all I think you've had in most of the season, other than a couple times you've been taken out by unfortunate incidents like last week, where just happened to catch Dean in the way wrong place and got killed. But you have feels like an insurmountable point lead to win for the regular season here. Anything you think you could take away from this mile and a half, take it to any of the other 3 mile and a halves over the next 2 weeks?
No, I generally dislike mile and a half. That's why I kind of went into the mindset of just kind of for going into Kansas and Vegas. I only really like Texas as a mile and a half, just to go in and kind of screw around, have some fun. You have a big points lead, so you just kind of just mess around, have some fun.
Well, you mess around and have some fun and get yourself a 3rd place finish. It's amazing. We were surprised we saw like a sponsor on your race car this week. Crazy. Usually that all black car is just sitting there all nice and pretty, flat black.
Yeah, I put one on finally for officials. I usually just like running the all black car because if you ain't giving me any money, I can't represent you.
I feel like it's an intimidation thing too. Like you come out with this all black car and everybody's like, "What are you doing? What is that thing? Why? Why should I be like? What do I do with my hands?"
Stealth mode.
Exactly, right? Speaking of stealth, look out. There might be one lost above your head right now. Hey, Jay, you got any questions for this kind sir?
Josh, overall, a really good race. And for somebody who doesn't like these mile and a halves, you could have fooled us still finishing P3 and even qualifying in 5th. You're up 2 positions. But we go to Texas next week. And you said you're really good at Texas. So what should we expect for that number 7 next week?
Bad fast 1 and 2, and try not to screw it up in 3 and 4.
Thank you for censoring yourself there. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, that almost happened a different way. Yeah, I know. I got you.
I heard the I was like, thank you. But dude, have a good night. Congratulations on your P3.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That is Joshua Bally finishing 3rd. TJ, final thoughts before we let Ryan Fry give his little bit.
I don't think, AJ, there was a lot. I mean, it was a good race. It was not a lot of crashing. We had a couple things early, little incidents, but outside of that, once we got to the stage, it went green, and that's your typical night in the EFRL over here. These guys put on a good show. They don't disappoint again here at Kansas. We go to the ever crazy Texas next week. You heard some of these guys say 1 and 2 is a terror. 3 and 4 is weird. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Every Monday night, I am excited to broadcast. But Ryan, did you want to say anything, pal?
Sure, yeah. This was my last race of the year. I wanted to give you guys an attaboy for everything you guys do on Monday night's broadcasting. I used to be up there with you. I used to be on the racetrack too, but work gets in the way. So you guys are still fun and entertaining. I'll be listening in the big truck.
Oh,
But,
I could just imagine what we're gonna get in the comment sections now.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm afraid what you're gonna put.
Oh, no. But this track I thought was going to be a lot more funner for me than what it was. It was super, super tight. A lot of fun racing this league. I'm hoping to be full-time next year with a different schedule. So I just wanted to give you guys an attaboy and keep up the good work, because even if I'm not here on Mondays, you two got to put up with me during the week. And if you screw up, I will give you a blast of shit.
Oh, well that's kind of scary over here. But yeah, thanks Ryan. Thanks for the pat in the back and then the kick in the ass. Appreciate it.
Exactly.
You got AJ all paranoid now.
Good.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to All Star 15 TV. Appreciate it. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm AJ Capola, TJ Barnier, and Ryan Fry for his final race of the season. We'll see you guys next week at Texas Motor Speedway.
If I keep him on his toes, his hair won't grow.
God, I don't.
I think
Jesus.
Nothing helps my hair grow, dude.
Yeah.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.